Hello everyone and welcome to our today's webinar on TikTok scraping. It's really nice to see so many of you are eager to learn more about it. I'm Daniela from Apify and today I will be your guide in exploring TikTok scraping further. And of course I couldn't manage it all alone. That's why I have Pavlina here with me, our product manager, and also Svyat, who is our web automation engineer and developer behind all the TikTok scrapers you can find on Apify store. These two always answer all my questions regarding TikTok scraping, and today they will answer also yours. But enough talk, let's dive into today's topic. So what should we cover? At first, we will briefly introduce TikTok scraping in general. It is mainly for those of you who are new in this field. Afterwards, Paulina will go through all the different use cases where TikTok scraping can be handy. And then comes the thing you are probably looking for, and that's the live demonstration of our TikTok data extractor provided by Svyat. He will explain all the different angles and how you can use it, and even explain some technicalities behind it. And later on, Pavlina will introduce also our other TikTok scrapers, because it's not only about TikTok data extractor, but if you need to scrape something specific on TikTok, like for example, only sound, it's a high probability that we have a cheaper solution for that in store. And with that we are coming to the end. Pavlina will tell you about some features that are on the roadmap, and also we will share some tips on TikTok scrapers made by our amazing developer community. And just a reminder, if you have any questions, then feel free to post them into the chat, and we will answer them in the end straight away. So that's it. And let's jump into the webinar. So, Pavlina, imagine I am really new into the TikTok scraping. Can you just briefly tell me what is it all about?
Yeah, sure. So TikTok scraping basically means collecting data from TikTok, yeah? And this data you can use further. And why would anyone want to do that? Well, TikTok has more than 2 billion registered users worldwide, and it's still growing rapidly. Many people use it daily, and many also use it as a prime source of information. Plus, many of them are very young. So if you want to get to the young people, you go on TikTok. Or you go straight to Apify and scrape the data from TikTok. So some examples, yeah, you can get that data about the author. So what name do they use, what nickname, their avatar and signature, number of fans and videos. Then information about the posts, about the post itself. For example, text, number of likes, shares, plays, comments, and also the content of the comments. And also info about videos, for example, duration, how long the video is, what music does it use, the URL of the video, time of creation, and format.
Oh, thank you, Pavlina. That's really a broad data that you can get out of TikTok. But now when we know what data we have, can you tell me what are the use cases that you can actually use the data for?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so there are tons of use cases out there. Personally, I find it fascinating. It's like really wide range of use cases. So I'll give you those that are most common. So firstly, marketing, yeah, is a huge area. So our users want to get to the right audience. You can imagine if you can get information on what people search for, what hashtags are trending, or in general, what is trending, which content is popular for which demographic group, then you can get to your target audience more efficiently. You might also want to get to the right influencer to promote your product. So you use the data to find out who the right influencer would be for you, or like for your specific use case. Then there's lead generation. TikTok data can be used to qualify your leads. You can qualify it, for example, by scraping specific hashtags and ensuring your leads are part of the field you want them to be. For example, yeah, if someone uses, I have a web scraping company, and if somebody uses the hashtag web scraping, they will probably be into web scraping. There's also an article on that on our blog, how a company called Hintly uses our TikTok scrapers to get leads for their customers. We will share the link with you later, so you can check it out.
Or it's also in the description below.
Oh, nice. It's already there.
So any more use cases?
Yeah. So our users are also often scraping data of their own brand, marketing again, so my own brand, to see their engagement metrics. Yeah, that would be like likes, how many shares they have and stuff like that, how many comments, for example. How their presence on TikTok or social media in general looks like. For example, you can do sentiment analysis to find out how's the brand perceived and how the perception of your brand changes over time. What comes next is another big area, and that's competition research. By scraping your competitors' TikTok data, you can find out what works for your competitor and what doesn't, and you can improve your own marketing strategy based on that. Then there's political science and the press. A lot of political marketing also moved to TikTok to target younger audience and to get their votes. And then there are also journalists who monitor this. Or in general, they monitor the news and public trends around the world in real time. And then comes the queen of them all, and that's artificial intelligence. If you feed AI with what's on TikTok, you can analyze vast amounts of content and deepen your understanding of all the use cases that I've already mentioned. So a little summary, yeah? So what can we use TikTok scraping for? To understand and target the right group of potential customers, to understand my own and my competitors' presence on TikTok, to use the data for any research, and to feed the TikTok data to AI. So this is all possible thanks to the data you can get with our TikTok scrapers.
Thank you, Paulina. That's really interesting. And now to summarize it, now we know for what use cases we can get the data, how we can use it. We know what data we can give, and now comes the time, Sveta will show you how to actually get the data. So there is this live demonstration, and Sveta, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So let's start by going to our Apify store and to TikTok data extractor. It's here. So from the start, you can see a lot of input options. For example, here you can input hashtags. Here is the section for profiles, for search scraping, for direct post scraping, and also some download options. Let's start from search input. So we can input some search queries here. So for example, business or actually any topic you are interested in, and it corresponds to inputting something in this search bar on the top of the website. So we scrape data from the website. Also, you can see here you can select different sections, and we also support this here in the input. You can select top videos, video section or profile section. So top and video section are kind of similar. They will return trending relevant videos for your search term, and they might have some minor differences in the content. Also, we have a profile section, as you can see on TikTok's website. So I haven't shown you the top and video section. It just shows the videos. And the profile section, it will show you a list of profiles that post on your topic or who have this word in their name. And we will scrape each of those profiles. So we have some limitation when it comes to search. TikTok's website will not usually show more than 100 or 200 videos. We have recently been able to increase this count to around 300, but you generally shouldn't expect more than that. So now that I have explained search scraping, let's go to profile scraping. So as I have mentioned, you can scrape profiles from search, but if you have a list of profiles, you know their name, their links, you can paste them here. For example, we could scrape our Apify's profile. Unlike search scraping, we have no limitations here. you can expect to get all of the videos a profile has. You can also limit the date the videos were posted. For example, imagine you would like to monitor the recent activities of some user. You can scrape only yesterday's post or today's posts. We also handle some edge cases. For example, imagine a profile has no videos at all, or it is private, or it is adult only, and so we cannot see their videos unless we log in. In such cases, we will handle it gracefully. And for example, when a profile is private, we will just push their account information to the data set. So that's it for profile scraping, I guess. Now let's talk about hashtag scraping. So here you have this at the top field to add some hashtags. This scrapes this page on TikTok. You can see this, it has this link. It doesn't have any query. It usually has some or more or less popular topics like name of some game or a brand or another company. So we scrape all of these videos here, and the videos here usually are the most popular videos for some subject. They change quite infrequently. As well as search scraping, hashtag scraping has its limitations. TikTok's website will not show more than 200 or 300 videos, but since recently we are capable of scraping around 600, and we are still working on optimizing it and improving this number. So that's it about hashtag scraping. Also, now that I have mentioned hashtags, there are a couple of similar pages on TikTok like Discover. It also shows relevant videos to some subject, but from my experience, the videos here are different from hashtag, and they change more frequently. We have a separate mini actor for this. And we also plan to release a mini actor to scrape Explore page with a predefined set of topics, but I believe Paya will explain it in more details later. So now let's go back to the data extractor. Now the last section is direct post scraping. Imagine you have some video you would like to scrape. You can directly input the link to it here. And we will scrape the author information and other metadata like number of likes, the date of posting, and so on. It has some bonuses because in such a case we can scrape some additional data like sponsorship status, whether the video is an ad, and the location it was created in. And also another section for each of the sections I have explained previously. You can download media. For example, you can download the video files in MP4 format to analyze later, for example, for artificial intelligence. You can download video covers. You can download subtitles of videos if they are attached. And also, if you happen to scrape slideshows, you can download the images as well. So now that I have covered the input options, let me compare our scrapers to the scrapers out there and TikTok's official API. So our scraper is better than a lot of scrapers out there because some of them use full browser simulation to scrape website. So they run a full browser, they navigate to this website and scroll the videos. It is usually quite expensive, slow, and sometimes unreliable. We, on the other hand, have managed to query TikTok's internal API directly, and it's quite better. As I have said, it's cheaper and faster. And for example, if you abort your run and restart it later, we will be able to resume from the video you scraped last. So it's more reliable. And what about TikTok's official API? So it has a lot of solutions, and most of them are really limited. For example, you will not be able to scrape other users' profiles, hashtags, search. They have research API that allows scraping all of this, but it is restricted to researchers only, and you have to prove to TikTok that you are a legit researcher. So we don't require any of that. We also are quite open to implementing your features and fixing bugs you encounter. So we have this issues tab. You can submit your proposal, and when we have time, we will try to implement it. So now that I have said this, let me show you this data extractor in action. Let's say you are an entrepreneur and would like to scrape business-related videos, for example, 20 top-rated videos on business. Let's remove some extra stuff from here. And let's say we want to download covers to analyze later. We can save it and start. So the scraper will run. It will eventually collect the results, and you will see them in the output tab. It might take a couple of minutes. For example, it has already collected some videos. And let's say you would like to remember this input. You wouldn't like to fill all of this again if you happen to change it accidentally. So for this, you can create a task. You click this button. You name your task appropriately. And it basically saves your input in this task. It will remember it, and it will never change. So you can also start it, and it will be in your saved tasks over here. So now let's say you want to automate it further. You wouldn't like to run it manually. You would like it to be run automatically every week to analyze new trending stuff. You can schedule it. So you create a schedule from the menu. You may add some description, and you say how frequently you would like it to run. Let's say weekly. You click create, and voila, it's in the schedules menu here. It will run next week. Now let's say you wouldn't like to visit Apify at all from this point. Let's say you work with Google Drive or some other storage, and you would like to push it over there. So we have a lot of integrations that can manipulate or export your results wherever you like. We have some general purpose ones here. You can basically do whatever you would like with them. And we have a lot of pre-made ones. Let's say you would like to receive run results via to your Gmail account each week. You click this integration you would like to create, and you fill the data you need. Let's say I would like myself to receive this on my account. You should add some subject, and you can customize what you receive exactly. Let's say I would like to receive the run URL and the file of the dataset to review. So I guess it has been saved. We can see it here. We should just not forget to enable it. And let's test it out. So let's not wait until the next week. Let's start it right now. It will now take about a minute to finish. It first scrapes all the videos and then downloads the covers. So it says it has finished. Now when I go to my inbox, I should hopefully see, yeah, here are the results. We can see a JSON file with all the data we'd like. Of course, we can customize, we can receive Excel file or whatever, and we can navigate to the review. Well, yeah, some bug here on the platform, but basically here it is. So that's it from me, I guess.
Yeah, thank you very much, Seth. I am sure that our guests will agree that it was very inspiring demo. And you already mentioned that it's not only about TikTok data extractor, but also we have other TikTok scrapers in store. Am I right, Pavlina?
Exactly. There's at the moment there's like 8 extra TikTok actors that you can use, and I'm gonna show you now like directly on TikTok on like what can you scrape with them. Yeah. So okay, here we go. First one is TikTok hashtag scraper. With TikTok hashtag scraper, you can scrape like all the posts that use the specific hashtag. You can input the hashtag into the TikTok hashtag scraper input. We use Harris here as an example. This is usually used for like trends, analyzing trends. So if you like are into whatever field, then you can find like the specific hashtags for that. Okay, next one, TikTok video scraper, yeah, that will scrape information of like one specific video. So you can get like a number of likes, number of comments, number of shares, stuff like that, like what music does it use, and yeah, also the URL, stuff like that. Okay, TikTok profile scraper. TikTok profile will scrape you all the posts of one specific profile or more profiles if you input it in the scraper. So again, we used Kamala Harris here. This might be useful for example, competition research. For example, you can check if the posts of Kamala have like more likes than Trump's. Okay, next one is TikTok comments. So TikTok comments scraper will get you all the comments of the post or posts that you input the URLs there, yeah? So you can get the specific contents of the comments. This goes really well with profile scraper. So if you imagine that you can scrape the URLs of the videos from a specific profile, then you can input it into the TikTok comment scraper and get the comments to those posts. You can use that for sentiment analysis. Next one is TikTok ads. So TikTok ads will get you statistics on a specific hashtag, yeah? So this is really interesting. You can also like choose a country that you want information about, for example, Brazil, yeah? So in here, it tells you there were 9 posts in the last 7 days in Brazil with this specific hashtag.
Oh, sorry, Pavlina, just one question that pops up in my head, and I think our viewers might ask it as well. When I use other TikTok scrapers that scrapes videos, can I see if the video is an ad or not?
That's a really good question. Yeah, you can. Most of the scrapers that actually scrape any information about specific videos have this information. It's called sponsored, I think, something like that. So you can see if the video is sponsored or not.
Oh, good to know, good to know.
Yeah, good question. Thanks for asking.
And we have other scrapers, right?
We do, yeah. There's a TikTok sound scraper as well, and that will scrape you all the videos that use one specific sound, yeah? So there are like some posts with like original sound or with some existing music. You can see it here. If you click on this one, then it takes you to this URL, and this you input into the scraper, and then you can scrape all these videos that use one specific music. Another one, TikTok Discover, that will get you all the posts from a tag that you find like in this specific URL. So it's tiktok.com/discover/ for example, we used Tokyo as an example. So it will scrape you all these videos. And last but not least, TikTok user search. Again, I used web scraping as an example. So it will scrape you all the profiles that uses web scraping in the nickname. So yeah, web scraping boss, for example, and stuff like that. So that would be TikTok user search.
Thank you, Pavlina. So just to sum it up, I think right now we have 8 TikTok scrapers plus TikTok data extractor, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure more are coming. Am I right? Can you share with us like what's on the roadmap?
Yeah, you are right. Sure. Okay. So we are working now for like we want to add more filters. For example, there's going to be a new date filter for hashtag and search. So you would be able to scrape, for example, posts for like only last 7 days. Also, we want to widen the range of information that can be scraped. For example, the author's region, and that will be added to scrapers that get information on specific posts as well. Also, I like a lot of users are asking for more results, so we are trying always like to increase the number of results that the scrapers can get. Also, so now there's like 8 extra TikTok scrapers, and we are now working on brand new 3 actors. There's going to be TikTok channel, TikTok live, and TikTok explore as well. And one more thing, we also want to add transcriptions of the videos. Most likely there's going to be another actor on that. So it will get you not only the video, but also the exact transcriptions of the text that is being said. Yeah, again, it can be used for sentiment analysis or artificial intelligence.
I imagine, yeah, like having all the text right in front of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
At this point, I just want to mention that if you happen to not find the actor you need or the solution you need with our TikTok actors, you can simply look for other TikTok scrapers we have on Apify store. Just search for TikTok scrapers and make sure that you click on the button maintained by community, and you will find 70 actors that was not built by us, but by our amazing developer community. For example, there is this TikTok profile scraper by developer AB, or the developers Novi and Apidojo are like quite active when it comes to building TikTok scrapers. And if you don't find any solution for you, even among these, which I really doubt, you can still make your own actor with our templates. Or if you have a more complex project and you don't know what to do with that, feel free to reach out to one of our partners, and I think they will be happy to help you with building your customized scraper just for you. And that's basically it, guys. Now we are going to the finish line. So if you have any questions, make sure you post them in the YouTube comments. And Sviat and Pavlina are ready to answer it. So do we have any? Oh yeah, first one from Philippos Daizen. Hope I am saying it right. Sviat, can we choose a country and time of the categories of the videos we scraped?
I'm not sure what you mean by category, but about country. So can you see my screen now? Can I share it?
I will. Yeah, you share it.
Okay, so if you can see it, you can go not to TikTok data extractor, but another TikTok scraper. It has an additional input option. It's called proxy settings. And here you can select like any country, for example, India. I'm not sure if it's like available in India, so let's select Argentina. And it will show you videos from that country that are popular in this country. Yeah.
So it is possible. Okay, thank you. Another question from Flare Shoot. Explore scraper. What do you guys scrape exactly? Because everyone explore. Is it different from each other? Yeah, I mean, you are asking about the TikTok Explore scraper. Pavlina, you already
Mhm.
mentioned that, but maybe you can explain once again what this will be about.
Yeah, if I can share the screen again. So on TikTok, you can see there's a section that's called Explore. And there, again, it's a slightly different than the other sections. So basically, we're going to be scraping posts from here. Yeah, so that's the Explore one. Maybe once I'm at it, I think Sviat already said it, but the TikTok live will be from here. So hope that would be sufficient as an answer.
Questions. And another one from Philippos. How can we use this for sentiment analysis? Oh, Pavlina, maybe you can take this one.
Yeah, okay. So, for example, you can scrape the comments of the posts. So if you put this to AI, it can give you, like, for example, if your brand is perceived like mostly like what's positive, what's like negative, if there's any feedback, stuff like that. And once we edit transcriptions, then you can scrape like the videos, for example, with specific hashtag. And again, those transcripts can be like used for sentiment analysis. It's like for like reviews of any product, or yes, I already said, like how is your brand perceived, for example, or your competitors as well.
So Philippos, hope this covers your question. Another one from Kunch. Is there a way to scrape based on video views? I think Kunch mean like number of views, because he wants to find only the popular video. Maybe this one is for Sviat?
So yeah, I'm not sure if you talk about profile scraping or search scraping. We plan to add. So TikTok's website recently added this. If you can see my screen, can you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this searching option on profiles, and we have this in our backlog to add. So you will be able to select the popular videos first. But for search, unfortunately, it doesn't have such videos, such a filter. So we don't plan to add this right now, and we can't filter it.
okay. It's enough for Kunch. Okay, that's it. Guys, if you have any more questions, please post them now. We will wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. Take this opportunity that Sviat and Pavlina are here for you to answer all your questions and ask them. Still waiting for some questions.
Yeah, we'll give you a minute, but now is the time to ask.
Oh, one more question from Philippos. Thank you, Philippos, for being so active. What about time and day? Can we scrape based on a date? You mean if you can scrape only posts and day and videos on a certain day, I think. Sviat, is that possible?
Yeah, if you scrape profiles, you cannot scrape like an exact date, but you can scrape all the posts up to that date. So from today to that date, you will have to filter them out manually to select the date you are interested in. And when it comes to search scraping, hashtag scraping, we can't yet.
But this is what we are working on at the moment.
Yeah, we might
It's
have.
available like next year.
Which is in 2 months already. Okay, thank you, Philippos. And any more questions? We will wait for like 2 minutes and then that's it. Yep, you are welcome, Philippos.
Yeah, thanks for the questions. We try to cover like everything you might be interested in, but so nice to have your point of view as well and some feedback that you're actually listening.
I think they are. So any more questions? And if not, we will stop in a minute. Another question from Zuzka. Do you think there is a future in scraping TikTok specifically? Paya, I think that one is for you.
Yeah. I think that's like kind of answer was maybe would be like from the beginning. Well, recently there's been like 2 billion users of TikTok, and like it's basically the application of the future, right? Like basically like all kids I know like uses it, and also like the youth, like as I show you the statistics on the hashtags. From there, you can see the demographic groups, like who is it that uses TikTok, and the younger generation that's specified there, like from 18 till like 25 years old, is like predominant for this app. So I hope they're gonna keep using it, and so we can scrape more data and to satisfy our customers with that.
Because we like scraping data. And another question from Philippos. Timing. It would be great to be like he means the timing to get videos, let's say from Christmas, Black Friday. Okay, so your that was linked to your previous question, I guess. Do we plan to add these features?
It's a good question. That's quite often asked by our users. I'm afraid this time the answer would be negative, because we always scrape from top, right? So if we would like scrape only, let's say, December last year, it would mean we would have to scrape anyway the whole posts for like last year. So it would be like really expensive for us to scrape like everything till December last year. It would be possible if the user would pay it, but for now it's not possible with our scrapers. So it's only if the date filter is there, and it's there for profiles at the moment, you can scrape for like since today to the past. So for example, last 2 days or last 7 days, but you can't like skip the like dates that are there.
But as we said, if this doesn't work for you with the scrapers that are pre-made and we already have them, you can always build your own ones with templates we have, or ask one of our partners. Yeah, thank you, Philippos.
Thank you for the question.
Okay, so 1 more minute more question, and then we will end. Okay, Zuzka wants to add that she believes TikTok will edit at some point. I think she means the timing, maybe, at some point in the future. And as soon as they did, Apify will edit to the actors too. Of course, Zuzka, I think we can only agree, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we are like following whatever is happening on TikTok, and if this would be possible, it would be really cool. So whenever it comes on TikTok, it will definitely come to our scrapers as well.
So 1 more minute to go. Ask your questions, guys, if you have any.
Last chance to ask, guys.
Yeah, last 30 seconds. Okay, I think if that's all, we would really like to thank you for your attendance. We hope that you learned something useful today. And make sure to check your inbox, because you will receive an email with a recording as well as the resources, all the resources that we mentioned today. And yeah, remember to join our Discord and subscribe our YouTube channel to stay in the loop simply. Yeah, we wish you good luck with your TikTok scraping project and hopefully see you soon on another webinar. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.